let's cover Litecoin during this chat. If you are a Litecoin fan and you're new to my channel, I'm going to show you something that you have never seen before and you won't see on any other channels until I'm copied. There you go. Skittles taste the rainbow. These are origin lines. They are from me. I manually did this and they work, right? So this was the previous master origin line that got all the bottoms. In the future, it will be the master resistance. So the top of next bull market will probably hit that line. And that'll be about $3,200 Litecoin. Nope, wait, that can't be right. It's probably gonna go over that line. I take that back. On Bitcoin, that same line would be about 310,000 bucks in November 2025. I thought this was higher. So Litecoin should go over this then. I mean, it's possible. That's it though. Ugh, that would suck. I hope not. It might. That would be a bummer. Honestly, I don't think Litecoin has a chance in hell to go. Oh, yeah. Okay. So it topped out on this blue line here. So November. Yeah. So yeah. If it tops out on one under, it should be about 32. Yeah, about 32. I think that's as high as Litecoin can go next bull run. Still really good though. But I would not expect it to go any higher. All right. Anyway, Litecoin. Again, I've already made a video showing why it does have about a 50-50 chance of having already bottomed. Unlike the vast, even like Bitcoin, I don't think Bitcoin has a 50-50 chance. I think it has about a 30% chance, maybe 25. But Litecoin has about a 50% chance to have bottomed. Okay? So really the question is, right now, what happens next on this orange line? It's the only thing you need to be thinking of. Does it come to it and break down, or does it continue to use it as support and hit the next origin line up? That's it. Unless you're trading the 15-minute charts, you know, the tiny time frames and lower, there are lots of trades you can make in there. But for normal humans, non-crackheads who aren't day trading 5-minute and 1-minute candles, this is the next thing to know. This is the next big move. It will happen around this line, period, with no exceptions. Unless of a flash crash, you will be able to see it happening before it happens or as it happens and get into the move. For example, if it comes down, so let's say that man, that looks pretty strong to me. Let's say that even though right now there's not much of a, you know, it's really strong on that line. It's way above it. So, and it more or less looks like it's going to try to hold. It more or less looks like it's going to try to hold this right here. But if it falls below that obvious trend line that almost everybody who actively trades Litecoin is looking at, it'll go boom, boom, boom. So is that a tradable move? 4%. So this is a trend line which everybody who trades it will be looking at. If it goes below, it will be defended on the first time it goes below, unless Bitcoin is tanking. If Bitcoin's not tanking too badly, and this goes below, buyers will buy it back up to at least get rejected, and then it'll come down. Making sense? But if it goes like this, goes back in, and then comes down again, well, then it might not. It might go straight down and not retest this line before it goes down the second time. But the first time it goes below that line, people, a lot of, and myself included, would see that as a stop hunt. Because it's happening with traditional finance, literally controlling every 5-minute candle, 1-minute candle of Bitcoin. Like, it's literally a planned deal at this point with no trading volume. Retail and normal non-hedge fund whales they're not trading enough. So almost all the trading volume, not transaction, trading volume is done by traditional finance bots. So so these traps are happening all the time right now. But the second time it happens, that would get you continuation. And it'd be a 4% move down. And what it could do here is, until the 15th, it could break below and just ride this from the bottom, spike up, spike down, back to the middle, and then before New Year's head down. Something like that. So this is very short-term time frame stuff. But what I'm saying is you'll be able to see it at this line is the tiny, tiny candles, 5 minute and everything. Even if you don't trade 5 minute candles, you'll be able to see it. Don't wait for closure. In general, as price comes down to this, in that down move, did it exactly, when you zoom way in, did that 1 minute and 3 minute candles bounce on or above it or not in general? Because if you go like this, watch, boom, 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 boom. And in general, when you zoom into the tiny, tiny candles here and here and here, if you zoom in and you see that the small candles, so let's say like this is the line and price is falling down to it. If you see when you zoom in that it actually bounced there under the line, and the next time it actually bounced there under the line, lower high, lower, and then it got above, bounce under the line, then you can expect a breakdown. But, or also you can expect breakdown if it goes below, boom, take out that low, fake out, boom, boom, a rejection failure pattern. That is also how it could go. So those would be the two ways that it'll fall below the storage line, what I just drew. It's either going to dance on it, and in general, not, so if it comes down to dance on it, you're not worried about the resistance points. That's not what the focus is in this situation. If you come down to a support, you're more worried about, and it's dancing like on both sides, right? So coming down to dance on both sides, you're more worried about the down movements. Did it perfectly stick its landing here like a gymnast? Like you're rating the landing, not just between as they're spinning and doing freaky, crazy, impossible things on the bars or whatever, but it's that last jump, boom. That's what you're looking at here. So that jump, does that candle bounce $10 under or right at or above? But if it goes all the way past like this, then you are judging the interaction with this line from the respect of rejection. But you're gonna be able to see it happen. You're gonna see it fall from this line first, come up, get rejected, come down, and do one of those two things if you're gonna fall below this line. It doesn't mean it has to, because right now it's staying in a nice uptrend. It could easily hit this line next, right? So as of now, if Litecoin weren't, influenced by the stock market through Bitcoin, so stock market, Bitcoin, Litecoin connection, this chart would have an extreme edge to the upside, all the way up to this next origin line. Very strong edge. But this is subject to the external pressures of Dow Jones, which probably has stopped for this rally. It's probably done. Because this was the whole market leader, came up shy of the origin line after having already failed it a month or two ago. So this was the rejection. It's probably not going up any higher, but we can't tell yet until it goes out of this channel line. So I would use the Dow Jones from the beginning of my stream. And if you don't know what this is, because I haven't zoomed out in this video, I did this during my Bitcoin video of the same day that this one was released. So I show you this and ask you to draw it in. Litecoin will move with this. Nothing. So if Dow Jones can stay on this line, guess what Litecoin will do? It will stay above here. If Dow Jones falls below here and touches this line, what do you think Litecoin will do? It'll do one of two things, actually. It'll either come down exactly to this line and bounce to some degree, maybe get rejected, rejection, but it'll still bounce. It'll bounce, or it'll hang on. Because Bitcoin and Dow Jones recent move down, Bitcoin went sideways the whole time, which means this chart right here went up. This is Bitcoin versus stocks. So if this goes up as stocks go down, that means Bitcoin goes sideways. It's much, much stronger. So this is much stronger than this. which means this chart goes up. So if this chart that I've shown on my channel a million times, showed you how to use it, like I asked you, steal it. Like this is how you can tell, will the Litecoin Bitcoin Dash moves with, or the monetary coin moves with stock market, will it be congruent or not? This chart tells you, it's like an oscillator. So what this is, it's showing you the light switch. Hedge fund algos saying, so light switch on means Bitcoin moves exactly with the market. If the index of Dow Jones or the index of S&P goes down, so does Bitcoin, light switch is on. But they turn it off a lot, like, and you can see it. Right there. Oh, you know, you can't see it. Now you can. You can see it. All right. That's when they turn the light switch off, because the market makers started selling hard on stocks, but didn't sell on Bitcoin. And because they didn't sell on Bitcoin, it went flat and this chart went up. So this tells you when the light switch is on or off. And that will tell you if Dow Jones breaks this line, which one will Litecoin do? Will Litecoin come all the way down to here? Or will it roughly hold on to that trend line if stocks are going down and that oscillator chart goes up? Well, if that chart's going up like it just did, it's going to go sideways as stocks make that, as Dow Jones comes down to this level here. It could do either. Personally, I don't think crypto will go sideways 2 moves in a row. I think the next one it'll rip loose, but this chart will tell you. Or no, not this chart. This chart. And you can see how to make the chart right here. If you literally type this in to Tradingview and hit enter with the parentheses and everything, it'll give you that chart. Copy it. Just don't say it's yours, because I literally made that chart. And I don't think, I can almost guarantee that no viewers have ever seen another channel with that on it ever. All right, because I sure haven't. And I don't think you ever will. And what else with Litecoin? That's really all the questions. Those are the only things you need to look out for. Dow Jones, the oscillator tool, and that origin line. That's it. I guess you had that trend line too. So 4 things on Litecoin, and you're going to get the price right. Will you be able to get every 1% move up and down? No. But a strong tradable move, 4% plus, absolutely. Litecoin could have bottomed. And if you want to see that Litecoin video where I essentially mathematically show you with evidence that from a statistical mathematical standpoint, it is about 50% likely that the next capitulation move down, Litecoin will hold $40 and double bottom. Therefore, the bottom's already in, about a 50-50 chance. You can watch it right here. And if you want to see what it's like in the Discord community, you can watch some edited or snipped highlights. So highlight clips in that video. You just get to Worldwide.